to it. So here we are on my Notion page, and this is where I'm going to kind of start going through everything I want to do. So I already programmed every single Notion page that I create to automatically take the title of it and give me 10 questions that should help me build out an idea and a scheme of how I would do things. Um, so we'll just kind of run through the 10 questions that Notion has built me and see if I can end up building a plan that I can use to make $1 million in 6 months. Though it's unlikely, I think it's a fun game, so let's see. So, what is the starting point? Well, the starting point to getting to $1 million would probably be, if you're in debt, you need to first figure out how to make money. So, starting point, and I mean, this is for me. Uh, find various different ways to make money. And so in my case, I have Forex. Um, I mean Tacoma Steel. No, I'm gonna keep my job out of it because I know that I'm gonna end up making $1 million within 6 months. So um, build a product or build a product or a done with you service. Oh yeah, build a coaching program, like fitness coaching program. Um, and so, in the aspect of building a fitness coaching program, I would take it in the sense of I'm doing it online, creating workout routines for people, giving them diet plans, helping them get their groceries, like their groceries shopped, and just it's an entire real big service where I could actually charge people 10 to, well, I'll say more like 2,500 to 5,000 on like a 3 month program, and guarantee them 40 pounds or 20 pounds, 30 pounds of weight loss within this 3 month period, and hopefully turn them into return clients. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, that would be another way to find money. Um, what else could I do? I always have so many ideas, and now that I actually need to write them down, it's not really clicking. But I guess social media building, in the same way that I'm building my own personal brand, build personal brands for other people. Because if you could do that, there's a lot of different ways you can open up alleyways to get more people. There are like plenty of people getting 10 to 50 to 100,000 subscribers and followers on social media nowadays. So if you can find people who want to build their own personal brands and be able to make money in that aspect, you definitely be able to. So I think that's a good way to make money. Um, but okay, so your starting point is finding various different ways to make money, and I'm gonna actually extrapolate this out and say that is service, or wait, make money in a way that you're not selling your time, at least to a certain degree. Right? So I guess that's where you want to start. You want to find a couple different ways that you can make money to where you're not selling your time, but you're selling a service or a done by you service. Because you could go DWY, done with you, which would kind of be walking someone from point A to point B. You can do DFY, done for you, where you do the work for the person and get them their results. But that starts to eat up at your time. You have to hire a bunch more people. It becomes difficult. Um, but if you do a like DWY, like done with you, no, DWI, for you, DFY, and then DBY, done by you. If you create a done by you service that produces results, like a great workout routine, a great coaching program, a great this, a great that, you'll eat. So I want to figure out more how to do a service or do something that doesn't necessarily take a lot of time, which is also why Forex is on there. But ultimately, the desired end goal is to be a millionaire in this aspect in 6 months. And I think the cool thing about even with this hypothetical, I would actually end up doing very similar things to what I'm trying to do now, which is hilarious. Because genuinely this was just a question that popped up in my head, and I decided that while I'm thinking about it, I might as well just freely talk and do this video. And so with the desired end goal to be a millionaire within 6 months, the thing would be that the pressure would be packed on, and I would need to, well, first let's look at the next question. What is the time frame for achieving the goal? 6 months, so that's already answered. Are there any specific strategies or methods mentioned? Okay, so in that aspect, no, there is not. But as I was saying, with the desired aspect or end goal to be a millionaire within 6 months, I would definitely try and figure out how I would be able to just charge more. Because I mean, again, thinking about this from the aspect of I know I'm going to succeed, I would make something that I could charge for, 5,000, where maybe I have a coaching program, building coaching. I did not even realize I put building coaching. Starting point Forex. Fitness coaching, personal brands. There's a couple more, but regardless, I'd want to do something that I could sell for around 5,000 per month on a retainer. Like that'd be dope. But when it comes to like fitness coaching, that's not really going to be more realistic or doable. Anyways, I'm getting off track. We'll jump to number 4. Are there any specific strategies or methods mentioned? Well, no. If I could do it, however, I think the biggest thing would be not picking one specific strategy. So this is kind of like the idea of why I'm trying to grow on social media and do this, that, and the next thing a little bit more. If I'm able to build a personal brand and solve a specific problem and create a product that does well, whether or not it ends up getting me to being a millionaire in 6 months, every single problem I solve, I can create a course on how to solve that problem or a product that solves that problem, so that anybody who ends up following my brand at a later point can end up looking at my products and being like, oh, this problem I have, he's already solved it, I can just buy it. And whether or not these products are bought or not in the beginning, once I get more and more followers and I have more people watching my content, then I'd be in a position where I can genuinely just like continue to bring out products, but give them together as a bulk product, where now I have an ultimate offer where you get all these different things that solve so many problems and help so many different aspects of your work, your life, your whatever, that like you're like, the value of this is obscene. So I might as well pay, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, whatever for this. That's the way that Alex Hormozi does things, and I mean everybody on social media, and at least what I see on this specific phone, where it's my actual more work type Instagram, it's 100% high ticket offer, da 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 da. And I've been really realizing why they have the ability to do that, and it's because they're putting together offers and building personal brands, solving other people's problems in a way that now people can get charged this much because they believe they're going to get so many results or such a great outcome coming from their purchase. But number 5, is there any prior knowledge or experience required? Okay, I guess apparently these questions that the AI generated ended up being horrible, and I guess just going off of a title, maybe it wasn't the best idea, and assumption that it would be a great set of 10 questions. So I think next time I'm going to prompt it with a specific tone, feel, thought process to ask the questions and filter them through so that I get better questions to answer. But is there any specific reason for wanting to achieve this goal? No, other than for the desire to figure out how to become the best that I can and actually achieve something monumental like making $1 million in 6 months. There really wouldn't be any reason to try and or reason to want to achieve this goal. If anything, just getting my feet wet and figuring out how to go through this process is realistically what I would want. But this is a hypothetical. So back to how I would go from 0 to 1 million, aka in debt, to 1 million in 6 months. We got the starting point, we got the desired end goal, but we still have a lot of space, and I went very far off track, so I want to kind of get back onto that. Realistically, in my own life, if I knew I would succeed, how would I go about it? I would, well, for one, yes, Forex. And I'll actually break this down. I have another channel, and I'm actually about to be streaming in the same type of way, recording videos of me back testing and then posting clips on Instagram, on this, on that, whatever. If you want that, I'll put the link to my other Instagram in the description, comment section. I don't know. I'll put it in there. But yeah, when it comes to Forex, and if you think it's a scam, if you think something, don't talk to me. I'll show you. When it comes to Forex, I genuinely want to get funded. And so there's a thing called prop firms. It's pretty much organizations who test your ability to trade. And once you've proven that you have trading ability and statistics backing your trading skill, then they give you an account with a lump sum of money and you get to trade that amount. If you lose a specific amount, you lose your account. If you make profit, you end up taking it. It is that simple. And so I'm in the process of getting funded again. I just keep hitting, I keep losing the account, and I'll admit that. And so I have to get that back in check. But in this hypothetical, I know I'm in a race to 1 million, so I'm succeeding. What I would do is slowly just kind of rack it up. Like, why go as fast as possible if I know it's only going to take 6 months? I'd start by, just tossing a few bucks into getting like a 5K trading account. From there, build that up, and then try and just go from a 5K account to like a 400K account, and just like keep doing that, completely maxing out prop firms until I'm trading a couple million, and then just accumulate money that way. And so that's just like one avenue to go to making 1 million in 6 months, because I think even in going that route, which is what I'm kind of walking on, recording it, putting it on YouTube, showing your journey, showing everything that you're walking towards and everything you're doing to improve, then gives you a couple avenues to create multiple different streams of income, because you can get income from YouTube views and AdSense. You could get income from courses that you sell, from Discord groups that you open, from signals that you sell. So in Forex, just taking time to record your story and building a personal brand could possibly make you so much money in 6 months, and that's part of the reason why that's what I want to do. But then fitness coaching, I already work out. Half of my life is lifting weights, doing some type of physical fitness, and just by writing a workout routine for one of my homies and trying to help him alter his diet, I ended up making or helping him lose 18 pounds, which it felt amazing because I wrote his workout routine and I didn't write out the full entire plan, but I got him the first, I want to say, 8 weeks of phase one and then the first 4 weeks of phase two. And so I didn't get the rest of everything, but I sent that off to him a while back. And then I checked in with him periodically and he was like, yep, I'm still on routine. And the thing I did with his workout routine, which is different than what I do for most people, is he's a really big basketball player. So I factored that into his workout routine where it was like, okay, so you're going to lift you're going to do upper body this day and you're going to do really light legs and then after play basketball for 2 hours. And then this day you're going to go really heavy on legs, but you're not going to hoop. And so I'd alter things to make sure it all fit around him being able to create the most athletic body for himself instead of just getting bigger and stronger. I also had him doing higher reps with less weight so that we could focus on just being springy, being bouncy, having the endurance, being able to continue to keep going. And again, I sent it off to him a while back and completely forgot about the fact that I had made it for him, other than randomly remembering and sending him a text. And then right after Thanksgiving, he ended up calling me and saying he was down like 18 or 19 pounds, which was dope. It was awesome to see the change, and I'm actually going to see him in person soon. So I think fitness coaching is also a definitely good one because I have the skill, I have the ability to get these things done, just because I've been in these worlds for so long, but it's just finding that avenue to actually be able to do it. But again, this is a hypothetical and I know I'm going to succeed. So continuing on with personal brands, the reason I think building personal brands are so important is I've kind of explained the same thing over and over and over. As you build your own or you solve your own problems, you're able to create something where people follow your journey, people follow you, people trust you and support you. So when you solve your own problem and they see you go through that journey, they believe in your product and they'll purchase your product. And so if you can find other people who you can help build their personal brand and they get loyal followers and you help them make money through doing that, you can make so much money. Because honestly, with the way the world is going, the way that things are shaping up, I think realistically there's going to be a lot of millionaires made through personal brands just because of the fact that, think about this. If you talk to a person who loves Apple, a lot of times you can be like, what do you have? Oh, my iPhone. Like, people are attached to these brands. Like, I have 2 iPhones, a MacBook, fucking, oh no, I don't got no iWatch, or whatever the fuck them are called. But people now buy from brands rather than specifically anyone. So now people are very much more selective and they try and stay more exclusive to specific things. Like, people even make fun of you if you're wearing Nike and Adidas because you're wearing 2 separate brands that compete, when realistically they're just clothes. It doesn't matter. Like, you wear Fila and Puma and now you're gonna get arrested. I don't know. People get weird. But the point is, building personal brands gives you that opportunity to build that trust and allow people to see the journey and learn so much free game from you that when you actually start to sell stuff, they trust the quality of your work. They trust what is going to be in there because they see the results of the learning and understanding you get from the world. And so, with this hypothetical, I think these are the three biggest things that I would try and do to get me from my starting point of debt to my desired end goal of a millionaire in 6 months. Um, Actually, I do want to jump back and look at number 6. What are potential obstacles and challenges? I think one of the biggest and most important challenges when it comes to Forex would be discipline in following your trading strategy and making sure you're managing your risk. Ultimately, what that means is protecting your money and being slow and efficient. When it comes to fitness coaching, I think actually selling the idea and being able to find clients that you can work with would be the hardest thing, especially trying to go high ticket. And so, learning how to cold call, learning how to sell, learning how to do all these things behind the scenes and create results for these people, knowing the correct way to follow up, knowing how to manage specific people, and knowing how to get around people who aren't truly dedicated, who may mess up the results and give you bad reviews. In a lot of aspects, fitness coaching could have a lot of obstacles because there's also a lot of competition and there's so many things that could, push people away from actually wanting to choose me, i.e., not being certified as a athletic trainer, sadly, but it is what it is. With building personal brands, also, yeah, it's a toss up. There's not a lot of people who want to like constantly have to have videos recorded, have to do these things and open up to the world. So, trying to sell personal brands would be pretty tough because you have to find a selective type of person that, especially me trying to build a personal brand for someone, I definitely want someone that I could also align with my morals and ethics. And if it wasn't a person that I could actually respect and trust, I wouldn't personally want to work with them no matter how much they were throwing me money. So I think that would be a very big obstacle as well because it's already a limited market of people who want to build a personal brand, but on top of that, actually creating a environment with only people who I respect and trust for personal brands is going to be a hard sell. But again, there's a hypothetical where I succeed. So now, how will progress be measured and or tracked? I actually like that question. So with Forex, it'd be simple. One would be overall funding. So if I have, a 400K account under my belt with one organization, 300K with another organization, and a 300K with another organization, I have $1 million in funding under me. Does that mean I have $1 million or I'm a millionaire in 6 months? No, that just means I have how much I can trade. But that gives me a great way to track my progress from where I am funded zero at this point, and I'll tell that story another time, to the overall funding goal. You know what I mean? So that's one way. And then, I guess I'll do it this way. So one, overall funding. Then we have payouts taken. So like when you get paid from these organizations, it's called a payout. Payouts taken. And so that'd be a very easy way to track my progress and just see how well I'm doing and how far along I'm progressing. Realistically, unless I become super sniper, perfect trader, doing a stupid way, yeah, I don't. Well, this is a hypothetical where I succeed, but for seeing myself making $1 million off of trading in 6 months, it's kind of a hard sell. But excuse me. Um, and then for fitness coaching, realistically, it's just like how many clients I have and their results. Oh my God. So, clients and results for fitness coaching. I wish I could freaking type. And for personal brands, I guess it would be the same. But I guess it would be more of views and engagement created. I don't know. I guess that's how I would be able to gauge my success in those few aspects, but I don't know if that really would affect the overall situation of getting to a million. Review and getting better is definitely a good thing, though. What else? What else? What kind of financial knowledge or expertise is required? We could skip through that. I do think that is a very important question for me to answer on the out by myself, though. Wish I could fucking talk to. Are there any legal or ethical considerations to be aware of? More than I probably know, so we're gonna skip that. And are there any alternative approaches or backup plans? If you know you're gonna succeed and it's number one, well, I guess I already have 3 backups. But if you know you're gonna succeed, then you don't need a backup plan. So at the end of the day, it seems like this is kind of my idea and plan of how I'm gonna move forward and figure out how to create $1 million in the next 6 months off of this. And so I'm gonna extrapolate all these ideas out and try and get some ideas down. And I'll get back to you, I guess. The series has began. Free thinking of how would I go from in debt to a millionaire in 6 months. And let's see if I can do it while taking you guys on this journey.